Imagine the chilling sensation of not being alone in your own home, even when every door is locked and every light is on. What if the sounds you hear aren't just your imagination, but something far more unsettling, blurring the lines between reality and the unknown? This is a story about how a quiet evening turned into a descent into paranoia, forcing me to question everything I thought I knew about my own sanity and the safety of my sanctuary. It started on a quiet Tuesday evening, much like any other. I was unwinding after a long day, engrossed in a new series, the soft hum of the television filling the air. My apartment, usually a haven of peace, suddenly felt different, charged with an unseen presence. This initial feeling of unease was subtle, a mere prickle on the back of my neck. Then I heard it, a faint, almost imperceptible whispering. It seemed to drift through the air, a ghostly breath that made the hairs on my arms stand on end. My first instinct was to dismiss it, attributing it to the show or perhaps the building settling. Our minds often seek rational explanations for unusual sensory input. I am Tom, and I live alone in a small two-bedroom apartment. It's on the 4th floor of a bustling city building, offering a decent view and enough space for my solitary life. I've always considered myself a grounded, logical person, not one to believe in the supernatural. This experience, however, began to challenge every one of my rational beliefs. The first night, I paused the show, straining my ears to pinpoint the source. My living room was empty, bathed in the soft, flickering glow of the TV screen. The whispering persisted, fluctuating between a barely audible murmur and an unsettling, almost childlike giggle. It felt like a secret conversation I wasn't meant to hear, yet it was happening right beside me. I scanned the room, my gaze darting to every shadow and corner. I half expected to see someone lurking behind my couch, a hidden intruder. Nothing was there, yet the sensation of being watched intensified, crawling over my skin like a chilling mist. This feeling of surveillance, even without visual confirmation, is a powerful psychological trigger. As the days bled into nights, the whispers grew louder, more distinct. They became a constant, unwelcome companion in my quiet apartment. I found myself checking the locks on my doors with increasing frequency, a ritual born of growing anxiety. Every shadow seemed to hold a secret, every creak of the building a potential threat. The whispers often arrived during the quietest hours, between 2 and 3 a.m. This is a common time for sleep disturbances and heightened sensory perception. The world outside my window would hum with the rustle of leaves and distant city sounds, creating a perfect backdrop for auditory illusions to thrive. My sleep became fragmented, haunted by the unseen. I even approached my neighbors, hoping for a shared experience or a logical explanation. Their blank stares and polite dismissals only deepened my isolation. They looked at me as if I were losing my mind, reinforcing the idea that this was a burden I had to bear alone. This lack of external validation can be incredibly disorienting when experiencing unusual phenomena. One particularly restless night, driven by a desperate need for proof, I decided to record the sounds. I placed my phone on the coffee table, hit record, and settled onto the couch, my heart pounding a frantic rhythm. I hoped to capture the elusive whispers, to finally have tangible evidence of their existence. As I scrolled through social media, trying to distract myself, I heard it again. The soft whispers, now edged with an eerie, almost taunting tone. I could have sworn I heard my name, woven into the fabric of the sound, a chilling echo of Tom coming from nowhere. It felt like a direct address, a personal invasion of my space and mind. I barely slept that night, too rattled to close my eyes. The thought of my name being whispered by an unseen entity was profoundly disturbing. The line between my internal thoughts and external reality felt increasingly blurred. This kind of auditory hallucination, especially when personalized, can be deeply unsettling and contribute to a sense of paranoia. The next morning, I woke up groggy and worn out, the lack of sleep weighing heavily on me. I grabbed my phone, eager to review the recording and finally understand what was happening. My fingers trembled as I pressed play, a mix of dread and anticipation churning in my stomach. I was ready for answers, but not for what I found. As the audio played, blood froze in my veins. The whispers were undeniably there, faint but present. But far more disturbing was the sound of my own voice responding, calmly and clearly. I heard an entire conversation, a dialogue I had absolutely no recollection of. My voice, my words, yet I had no memory of uttering them. This was a profound shock. I never said a word into my phone. I was merely recording. Yet there it was, an entire exchange, as if I had been conversing with the whispers. This phenomenon, known as confabulation or a memory gap, can be incredibly frightening. It suggests a disconnect between conscious awareness and recorded reality, raising questions about memory, sleep states, or even external manipulation. Feeling a surge of adrenaline mixed with sheer terror, I rushed to the police station. I was finally convinced that something was profoundly wrong, beyond mere imagination. I needed help, official intervention. I played the recording for them, my voice trembling as I explained the situation, hoping they would understand the gravity of my fear. They took my report seriously enough, but their demeanor shifted when they heard the recording. The officer chuckled, a dismissive sound that grated on my raw nerves. He suggested it was likely my subconscious at work, perhaps a dream state or a trick of the mind. He mentioned phenomena like sleep talking or even pareidolia, where the brain interprets random patterns as meaningful. I left the station feeling frustrated, unheard, and utterly unsettled. My concerns were brushed aside, categorized as a psychological quirk rather than a genuine threat. This experience of being dismissed by authority figures can exacerbate feelings of helplessness and isolation, making it harder to cope with an already terrifying situation. It highlights the challenge of reporting experiences that defy conventional explanation. I returned to my apartment that night, my heart pounding a frantic rhythm against my ribs. The whispers were back, but this time they felt different, more insistent, almost demanding attention. The dismissal by the police had only amplified my sense of vulnerability. I knew I couldn't ignore them any longer. Driven by a desperate need for answers, I decided to confront whatever was tormenting me. "Who are you?" I shouted into the oppressive darkness, my voice cracking with fear and frustration. Silence answered, a heavy, suffocating void. Then the whispers returned, louder than ever, surrounding me like a malevolent chorus. The air felt thick with tension, heavy and suffocating. Just as I thought I might pass out from sheer terror, the television flickered violently, then went completely dark. This sudden power disruption, coupled with the intense auditory experience, pushed me to my breaking point. It felt like a deliberate act, a response to my challenge. In a panic, I ran to the window, flinging it open to gulp in the cool night air. I needed to escape the suffocating atmosphere of my apartment, if only for a moment. Below, the street was empty, a stark contrast to the chaos unfolding within my walls. Yet, the whispers continued, a soothing yet unsettling reminder that I wasn't alone, even with the window open. I felt compelled to reach out to the building management, hoping for some historical context. I wanted to know if anything strange had ever happened in my apartment, if previous tenants had reported similar incidents. Their answer was vague, referencing past tenants who had moved out suddenly, but never going into detail. This lack of transparency only fueled my suspicions and anxieties. That night, I turned on every single light in my apartment, desperate to banish the shadows that seemed to harbor the whispers. I scoured every room, searching for anything that might be causing the sounds: loose wires, hidden devices, structural issues. My frantic search yielded nothing, only deepening the mystery and my frustration. Exhausted and defeated, I finally threw myself onto the couch, desperate for sleep, for a moment of peace. Just before dozing off, my phone buzzed with a new notification. A text from an unknown number appeared on the screen, its words chilling me to the bone. "I see you, Tom." My heart dropped, the room spinning around me as I turned pale. This was no longer a psychological phenomenon or a trick of the mind. This was a direct, undeniable threat. The text message transformed the abstract fear of whispers into a concrete, terrifying reality. It confirmed that someone was indeed watching me, that my privacy had been violated, and that my life might be in danger. The feeling of being observed, once a vague sensation, became an undeniable truth. After that night, I couldn't stay in the apartment any longer. The sense of violation and imminent danger was too overwhelming. I packed my essential belongings in a frantic rush, my hands shaking. I moved in with a friend, seeking refuge far away from that building, from the whispers, and from the unseen eyes that had watched me. To this day, I cannot fully explain the whispers or definitively identify who was watching me. The police investigation, though initiated after the text message, yielded no concrete answers. The experience left me deeply anxious, profoundly paranoid about the world around me. My sense of security, once a given, was shattered beyond repair. Even in my new home, a quiet and seemingly safe space, I still feel that unsettling sensation of being observed. The experience taught me that some mysteries defy easy explanation, and that the human mind, when pushed to its limits, can be both incredibly resilient and terrifyingly vulnerable. It's a constant reminder of the thin veil between perceived reality and genuine threat. This harrowing experience, while deeply personal, offers several valuable insights for anyone navigating unusual or unsettling situations. Understanding these points can help us better process our own perceptions and react effectively when faced with the inexplicable. Our minds are incredibly powerful, capable of both creating and interpreting reality. Sometimes, especially in quiet or stressful environments, our brains can play tricks on us. Phenomena like pareidolia, seeing patterns in randomness, or auditory illusions, interpreting ambiguous sounds as voices, are common. It's crucial to consider psychological factors when experiencing unexplained sensory input. However, it's equally important not to dismiss genuine threats as mere imagination. Your gut feelings are often rooted in subconscious observations and experiences. While it's wise to seek rational explanations, don't ignore persistent feelings of unease or danger. They can be vital warning signals, prompting you to investigate further or take protective measures. Learning to differentiate between anxiety and genuine intuition is a critical life skill. When faced with unexplained phenomena, meticulous documentation is key. Recording sounds, taking photos, noting times and dates, and keeping a detailed journal can provide crucial evidence. This evidence can help you identify patterns, rule out mundane explanations, or even present a stronger case to authorities if the situation escalates. A systematic approach can turn fear into actionable steps. If you experience persistent, disturbing phenomena, especially those that impact your mental well-being, seeking professional help is essential. This could involve consulting a mental health professional to address anxiety or paranoia, or engaging security experts to investigate potential surveillance. Don't hesitate to reach out. Your well-being is paramount. Ultimately, your safety and peace of mind are non-negotiable. If a situation makes you feel genuinely unsafe, even without concrete proof, it's okay to remove yourself from it. Changing living situations, enhancing security, or seeking temporary refuge are valid responses to persistent threats. Trust your judgment when your personal security is at stake. Have you ever experienced something unexplainable that left you questioning your reality? Share your stories in the comments below, and let's discuss the fine line between perception and reality. If this story resonated with you, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into the mysteries that challenge our understanding. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on how to navigate the unsettling corners of our world and protect your peace of mind.